Hey. I haven't been here in a while. Hey, what's going on? It's your main man, Rick the Dawn. Hey, I missed y'all. Did y'all miss me? Did you miss me? Because I feel like I've neglected this particular series, and I am here and I'm back. This is what happens when you guys watch the video, but you don't like the video, you don't comment on the video. I forget about the series. I got so much on my channel. But I did click one of my videos and I realized 6 people subscribed to my channel from that investing video, and I felt really bad. So here I go. All right, folks, I got a new stock I want to look at today. Thinking cap, please. There it is. All right, let's go to blue space. Here we are. Let's find the investing blue group. Oh, yes. And I'll be using this platform to keep a grade on this stock. All right. We're going to start off by giving this stock A per usual. And if you don't know, the stock we'll be looking at today is Esports Entertainment Group. Okay. So full disclaimer, I looked at the stock yesterday. I even rated the stock. It was trading at 8 cents, and I had some problems with my screen capture. And yeah, so I wasn't able to upload it. So I said today I'll try again and do it all over again. And I come back and it has soared from 8 cents to 16 cents. Yesterday I gave the stock a C- because I found a lot of issues. And wow, it goes up by 88%. That's like such a slap in the face. And you know, I wasn't so happy about what I was finding with the stock, but I am here to go through it all over again because I want to see what happens. If you don't know, stocks change from day to day. You can't just go off of one video and say, all right, well, that's the end. Well, no, you got to, every day it changes. Just like you change, so does stocks. Every day, you know, you wake up a different person. You gain new perspectives. But here we go. The first thing I want to do in my redo is first look here. You'll see that back in August of last year, it was trading at 62 cents. And then it had a super fall, you know, and we're talking about super fall. We're going all the way down to about 18 cents here. And actually, again, yesterday it was trading at 8 cents. And today it has ballooned up to 16 cents. And actually the stock market is still open. So based on what I find here today, in my reanalyzation, I might jump in today. I feel like an idiot. I could have got in yesterday at 8 cents. I didn't. I feel so stupid about that. All right. But I was playing it very cautiously. You know, based on what I found yesterday, I was just like, I'm not trusting it. And you'll hear me say a lot of those things again today. But let's get back into it. It's too late to, you know, it's too late now. That's kind of how stocks are, right? If you don't get in, you don't get in. And I know what somebody's thinking, well, just get in right now. That's a bad idea because if you get in before the rush, great job. If you try to get in after, not great job. You know what I mean? All right. I want to first take a look at the profile. I do think that's important, just so that we all know what this stock is all about. And though I've already done it, I want to do it all over again. For some reason, it didn't capture. But here we go. Esports Entertainment Group Incorporated is a esports-focused iGaming and entertainment company. The company is a diversified operator of iGaming, traditional sports betting, and esports businesses. So this company has a lot to do with online gaming and sports betting, which is pretty awesome when you think about it. We know about sports betting, but what about betting on gaming or sports gaming? That's a whole different niche, and I do like it. The company's EEG Games focuses on providing sports or esports entertainment experiences to gamers through a combination of in-person experiences, online tournaments, and player versus player wagering. I like that. So if you're playing like Call of Duty or you're playing one of these, you know, Fortnite or whatnot, you can bet on the game. I think that is going to be the future. Though I'm not sure how that fares with, you know, underage players and gamers. That can get really mucky. But outside of that, I do like the concept. This company is very small. They only have 4 employees, which is really interesting when you really stop and think about it. All right, so that could be a cause for pause. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that. And if we look, we'll see here that their, where's their market cap? Their market cap is 13 million. I'm gonna be honest with you. That happened overnight. Yesterday, the market cap was $7 million. So that is what one day can do to a company, okay? And it's crazy because I wanted to drop maybe 5,000 shares when it was trading at 8 cents. I mean, that's incredibly low. Like, you don't stand and lose a lot of money when a stock is trading at 8 cents. But now it's trading at 16 cents, which to me adds some brand new wrinkles in. All right, but anyway, I'm just so, you're going to hear me talk about yesterday so many times because I'm just like cringing on the inside because I didn't get in. I was being too smart for my own good. All right, but here we go. I want to take a look at some other stuff real quick. Let's take a look at the return on investment. The fact that it is 0% is not a bad thing in my personal opinion. It just means that most investors break even. Usually with penny stocks, you will see a negative number there. And the fact that that's not there makes me feel okay. All right. I want to now take a look at the ratios. In particular, I would like to look at the PE ratio if that's available. All right. Let's see. Where you at? Where you at? Okay, here we go. So the PE ratio for the company is 0.06. Everybody has different things. That's just what I like to look for. 25 is my number. All right, we know that penny stocks don't offer dividends, but I always cross my fingers in hopes that one day I'll find one. And I'm pretty sure this is not the one. Let's see. No, of course not. Of course it wouldn't be. I would now like to take a look at the earnings report, or at least the earnings numbers, to understand what the company had in mind and what actually happened. So if we look here, we'll see that the forecast was 11 million and the actuality or the reality was 9.61 million. So not really far off. And if you look at that huge jump from yesterday into today, there is certainly something there, right? Man, I really wish I would have got that video out yesterday because some people would have watched that and invested today. Or I'm sorry, invested early today, and they would have had that huge spike, and they would have been thanking me like, Rick, you called it. You really got it. I didn't call it. I said C minus. But that's not the point. The point is that video would have made people buy into it. Trust me, because I found some really cool stuff. Now, I would like to take a look at the indicators. Oh my gosh, this is just. Oh, listen, I don't want to talk about the past too much, but this is just so hard to look at. Yesterday, it didn't say this stuff, okay? Yesterday, it said strong sell for the moving averages on hourly trading, and it said neutral for technical indicators. But that huge jump today has changed everything. And this is what I'm saying, like, if you're going to invest, you have to look every day. You can't watch this video and say, all right, Rick, I trust Rick. No, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a person that likes to invest. The only difference between you and I is that I like to capture my experience in looking and analyzing. I mean, that's about the only difference. Oh my God, this is so hard to look at. Yesterday, this was a strong sell for both moving averages and technical indicators. That one day, that wasn't even a full day. I recorded yesterday's episode around the same time I'm recording right now. So what a huge difference just one day makes, right? And now look at this. This was a strong sell yesterday. Now it's a sell for moving averages and a buy for technical indicators. Look, I might have to stop this episode a little early and jump into the stock because it's getting real difficult to look at this. So let's look at the last 30 days. Okay, the last 30 days, the high is 17 cents. That had to happen today because it wasn't the high yesterday. You want to know what the high was yesterday? It was 11 cents. One day of trading. And the average is still it's 8 cents. Yesterday, the average was 7 cents. So that huge push up has raised the average of the overall stock price. I freaking love this, man. And I want to go back and do what I did yesterday, which is, you know, somebody's counting how many times I'm saying yesterday, like, you need to grow up, bro. Seriously. All right, I'm going to go back to what I looked at yesterday. I'm going to go back a whole year, though, okay? So today is the 24th. Let's go back a year and just see, just see what we find, okay? A year. Let's go back a year. Here we go. If we go back a year, we find that the stock was trading at its highest, $3.69. Now, there's a couple ways to look at that. You can say, well, right now it's at 17 cents. Certainly, it has the ability to get back to that point. And then let's figure out where the big drop happened, because you don't just go from trading it for 273 to all of a sudden trading at 16 cents. That doesn't happen overnight. So somewhere something bad happened. I'm going to call it right here. Whatever this day is here, February 23rd, something terrible happened because the stock dropped 58%. That's a huge drop. And just a few days later, it dropped another 25%. So we're talking about over a 3-day time span, the stock dropped about 85%. That's insane when you think about it. And it makes me wonder what news came out during that time to make all this happen. I want to look at something a little different, though. I would like to take a look at things this year only, and perhaps I've already done this. I'm gonna do it again though. I just wanna look at this year, okay? Just this year by itself, and let's see if I can find anything cool. I wanna look at just this year, okay? Here we go. Let's go back to this year, and perhaps I wanna look at the first of this year, and let's see if anything jumps out. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the first trading day. Okay, if we just look at this year alone, of course, today's data skews everything. It destroys all the numbers. Now, if you're looking at this, you're like, oh, this is a good stock, but it wasn't just a day ago. It just wasn't. And this is the unpredictability of trading stocks. You can't just do what I'm doing and say you can, everything can be right for a stock. You jump in, it drops by 65%. I mean, that's trading penny stocks, isn't it not? Is it not? If you know, you know, right? But the highest 17 cents, the average is 8. And look at this, y'all. 88%. Like, let me know if you jumped into this before the spike. And if you did, jump into the comment section and just tell everybody how happy you are. If you bought in, let's say anytime before today, you bought in at 7 cents or 8 cents. And then all of a sudden today happens. How happy are you? Now, while you're telling us how happy you are, let us know how many shares you purchased, because that's the big difference. If you only bought 100 shares, yeah, maybe you made $300 or so. But if you went crazy and bought like 10,000 shares, boy, today you are a happy person. And I'm going to tell you right now, I believe that it is not a good time to jump in now. I'm going to just say that off the rip, because I feel like it's going to drop down. And actually, I think a lot of people are going to buy in now, and then the stock is going to drop to about 10 cents. That's my prediction. People are going to jump in because they want to be a part of the gold rush, but the stock is going to drop to about 10 cents. And that's when I'll probably get in, about 10 cents. I should have got in yesterday. Not the point. Next, I want to take a look at the stock split history, and we can see here that there are 0 stock splits. But I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Sometimes Google is the best. Yeah, here we go. I want to look here. Okay, I want to look here. Let me see here. Sometimes Google is the best research tool. And I know that sounds really, really bad, but I just want to look through Google because sometimes they spot things that other companies don't. So I'm gonna look here, okay? Let's look here real quick. It says the stock split occurred on January 28th. So this company did have a stock split. And it's just another indicator that my stock split finder is just not doing a good job, because they did have one on January 28th, 2020. And it was I believe it was, here it is. It was a 1 for 15 stock split, meaning that for every 15 shares you own, they took those and gave you 1. So I would argue that that's diluting the shareholders, right? So, yeah, there is a stock split in their history. Yeah. See, I might have to use maybe I'll use this website and keep this website up as a secondary resource to check things out. Next, I want to look at FinViz. FinViz will tell me the news and how the investors responded to the news. So let's take a look there. Okay, here we go. FinViz is telling us a lot of information, but I want to personally take a look at February 23rd. We saw that they dropped 58% on that day, and I really want to know what news happened or what came out. Okay, here's the news here. All right, all right, here it is. Our Esports Entertainment announced today that GameX, a Netherlands-based gaming and esports startup, has agreed to become the exclusive distributor of the revolutionary new Omega solution for the Dutch market. In addition, Omega will be installed in GameX gaming and esports centers and leisure locations across the Netherlands over the next 5 years. So I'm not understanding here. I'm not getting it, investors. This is another part of the stock market that really drives me insane. News comes out and sometimes investors run for the hills. I have no idea why that type of news made people run for the hills. That makes 0 sense to me. You would think that them finding a distributor and becoming more established would have generated a warm and fuzzy feeling, but that's just not what happened. Okay. I would like to know what news came out today. Maybe this thing is not updated or not. What news came out today to make this stock jump up 88%? Do you know how big that is? We will actually take a look at that jump to figure out how much money you would have made if you invested yesterday. And it's going to be really, really difficult for me to watch. But now I would like to take a look at the short percentage float, and I go to Yahoo Finance to do that. And then I click statistics, and then I scroll down here and I'll look at the short percentage float. These are, or this percentage is representative of the amount of people who expect the stock to fall and plunder. And what, about 8% of investors expect the stock to just fumble over itself. And that's not a bad number. 8% is not bad. I usually get nervous if I see 20% or more, but 8% is not a terrible number for me. Okay, now let's go to Stock Twits and let's look and see what the actual investors are saying. And I know I'm about to see a lot of coins and a lot of happiness. Look at this. See? You see this? Look at this. This is my screen from yesterday. And something tells me that I didn't refresh the page. Oh, there it is. You see that? You had to see that to see that. It was 8%, right? 8 cents rather. I'm sorry. It was 8 cents. And that's my screen from yesterday when I recorded earlier. And now you see that it has hopped up. So let me refresh my screen real quick. What makes me a little upset is that I couldn't get the video out to you because my screen capture didn't work. It just broke down and I was too tired to do it all over again. But yeah, so let's take a look here and see what we got. If I would have got that video out, at least 2 people would have had an opportunity to jump into this surge. But here we go. Bullish. This person is very bullish. Looks like IMPX is the next runner. IMPX is a really cool stock, if I'm not mistaken. I like IMPX. Should I buy now? Dark Knight, run for the hills. Do not buy in right now, because if you buy in at 16 cents, the people who bought in at like 14 cents, they're going to sell at 16 cents just to make their profit. And that stock price, as people start to sell, it's going to sink to about 12 to 10 cents. That's when I'm going to jump in. All right. And if it goes back to 8 cents, I'm smarter this time. I'm jumping in this time. But with that all being said, let's go ahead and adjust this score. I don't think it's an A. And I sound stupid, right? I know I do. I don't think it's an A because there's still a lot of information here that needs to be looked through. I'm going to go B minus though. I think it's about a B minus. All right, here we go. Let me see. What is this? This is some news. We'll want to cover before the reverse split. Nobody wants to hold through that. There will be a run up before then. Whoever wrote this was 100% right. If you don't know what he's saying is there's a imminent reverse split on the horizon, which is why it's not an A for me. There's a imminent reverse split on the horizon. And what people are going to do is they're going to buy in and try to sell before the reverse split. And because that reverse split is imminent, most likely the stock is going to have this huge run. And these people who jump in, the shorts rather, they're going to try to, have a part or take a bite of that run and then sell right before the reverse split. And I know this, but you don't. There is some information that I will be talking about in just a few seconds, which tell us when that reverse split might happen. All right. So I won't get into that right now because then there's no point in doing this whole thing. But again, I have some information from yesterday. All right. Somebody is saying GMBL up to 23 cents. I feel so silly saying this because I said it yesterday. I said they were at 8 cents. It was like, there's no way it's going to go up to 20 cents. There's no way it's going to go up to 19 cents. 88% later, it hits 16. But is it going to hit 23? That's a big jump. And I feel like I'll feel like an idiot if it happens. Trust me. All right, today is Tuesday, January 24th. So if you're watching this tomorrow and it's at like 50 cents, just know I'm somewhere with my head in the pillow. Okay, just upset and angry in my life because I didn't make a decision. All right. Come on, Smash 23. Look, we got people dancing. Somebody bought in yesterday. That's what this looks like to me. They bought in yesterday at 8 cents. And now look, this is crazy. This is crazy. First off, I'm going to post this video in this particular space. So people who are already on this page, they're going to see this video. I would like to say congratulations because I didn't get in. All right, I feel like an idiot. Hey, and smash that like button if you got in and, you just want to make me feel a little bad about myself. All right. Shorts here are about to get diced. So somebody is saying that the people who expect the stocks to fall, remember we saw that it was like 8% of investors. Somebody thinks that those people are going to get destroyed because they're banking on this stock to just plummet. All right. And based on what you saw today, people who are, wait a minute, did it just go up to, okay. I saw this number right here. I was like, wait, did it just go up to 21 cents? Or did it just go up? It did go up to 21 cents. What the heck, dude? This is after hours trading. So right now, the stock is not even trading at 15 cents. It's trading at 21 cents. Oh my gosh. This is just getting harder and harder to watch. This is getting harder to watch for me. Oh my gosh, dude. This is, oh man, every once in a while this happens, right? But let me tell you what I think is going to happen from today. I think the stock is going to plummet back down tomorrow. All right, as early as tomorrow, I expect the stock to hit 14 cents or something like that. And if it doesn't hit 14 tomorrow, and this is not me wishing bad, this is just me seeing this so many times that now it's muscle memory. Like, stocks like this don't continue to go up, even though it's continuing to go up. But that's one day of data. I mean, if you literally remove today, let's just go back, because I know somebody's irritated with me because I said that, right? And I understand why, because you're like hoping on a star and you're wishing on a star. But let's just take away today. Let's take away today real quick. If we take away today, here's what you have. Okay, the high is 9 cents. The low is 7 cents. The average is 8 cents. You're buying into the stock at 9 cents. Are you optimistic about it at 9 cents? Probably not. But the fact that right now it's trading at 22 cents makes it very easy for you to be like really, really giddy about, you know what's going to happen in the future. Okay, it makes you really giddy about that. But you have to be very realistic. This stock is a foregone conclusion. If you didn't get in already, it's probably best to avoid it. Okay, I'm trying to save you because I know what's going to happen. You're going to jump in. It's going to hit up to 24. If you don't sell right then and there, it's going to drop down to 16 and you're holding the bag. That's probably what's going to happen. And if you jump in and that happens to you, just make sure you let me know what happened to you because I told you. I tried to warn you. All right, GMBL. Now we're going to look at Cap Edge. It used to be called Doko. They must have changed the name. I'm going to look at the filings. And this is how I know, and maybe other investors know, that a reverse split is on the horizon. If you take a look here, you'll see the notice of delisting. That means this company is in trouble or could be delisted, right? And this is what the shorts are looking at. These are the kind of reports the shorts are looking at. All right, so they received, where is it? I saw this already, so I'm looking again. On November 17th, in a hearing before the NASDAQ, the company presented a plan to comply. So they received, here it is. They received the notice on December 6th. But before that, on the 17th, they presented a plan to be re-compliant with NASDAQ. And then on the 30th, NASDAQ granted that exception to March 31st. But just to make sure that everything is everything, they still gave them a notice on December 6th. Like, hey, we hear your plan. We hear your pitch to comply. But just in case you don't, here's the notice. So they have until March 31st. I said this yesterday, and I'll say it again. Maybe there is some wiggle room here. Maybe you jump in right now at 8 cents. That number's so far gone. That number's gone. I'm not sure it ever gets back to 8 cents now. It should, because the average is like, what was the average before yesterday? The average before yesterday was 8 cents. So it's possible, right? It's very, very possible. But I'm not sure it will, though. I'm not sure. I think now everybody is paying attention. And the antennas are going up for a lot of people. And right now they're like, let's get in here. We're going to stay here. But here's the thing. If you jump in right now, you really have until March 25th to make a profit, because after that, you're playing Russian roulette, because at any point after the 31st, this stock can go over the market, over the counter. And you don't want to be holding a bag that's of a company that's over the counter selling shares. Not a good idea, not a good look. All right, the last few things I'll take a look here is one of my other resources. It tells you here that the risk analysis has less than 1 year of cash runway. That has certainly changed over 24 hours. They have a lot more cash now. A lot more investors seem to be enthusiastic about this company. Just yesterday, the market cap was 7 million. Okay, about 6.8 to be exact. So this is insane. And now the market cap is 13 million. So they definitely have some money now to play around a little bit. And this is a esports company. I mean, those kind of companies can thrive for a long time. It's not a lot of money that goes into maintaining online, endeavors. I mean, the internet is really cheap, if you want to be honest with, if I'm being honest with you. Highly volatile share price. You think it goes from 8 cents to 16 cents and then 22 cents over after the market closes. You think that's volatile? And I'm telling you right now, this stock is going to drop to about 14 to 12%. Mark my words. All right, that's not me wishing bad. That's me being very realistic. And if it doesn't, I'm very happy to be wrong in this case, because a lot of people are going to make some money. All right, shareholders have been substantially diluted, you think, and does not have a meaningful market cap, 7 million, like I said yesterday. Okay, so now let's get to the last part where I want to have some fun. Oh, here we go. All right, so here's the purchase price from yesterday. If you would have got in yesterday, and let's say if, knowing myself, I would have came in at 5,000 shares because I like to start off about 5,000 shares. And let's see what happens if you had not sold today. You're still holding on to your shares after the spike. If that happened, here's what you would have. You would have made a profit of $700. Oh my, whew, this is hard to look at. Man, you would have spent $400 and made $700. Dude, this is so, but this is why I recommend playing stock market. You know, I recommend doing the stock market rather than the lottery because, I mean, you might pay more to, you know, there's a higher entry price, but you can't argue with the results when it goes your way, right? It goes your way a lot more often than playing the lottery. All right, but anyway, that's insane. That's insane. So there you have it, folks. If you got in yesterday, today you'll be looking at about a good $700 profit. But let's look at more modern numbers. I'll cap it off at 20 because aftermarket trading is trading at 22 cents. Yes, the end of the trading day stopped about 15.8. So I'll just average it out to about 20 cents a share. If you were to buy in right now, you got like 6 minutes before the market closes. And let's say it goes up to 50 cents. Let's see what happens. How much money you make if you jump in tomorrow, right? And then it goes up to 50 cents. How much money can you make? All right. It will take you $1,000 investment. That's a lot. That's a lot in my personal opinion. If you're going to go in at 5,000 shares strong. And then if it does hit 50 cents, you can make $1,500. Okay. Let's say a more modest trader, someone who's like, okay, let's just do maybe 500 shares. I don't really believe that this stock is going to do anything crazy. All right. It'll cost you $100 to get in. Maybe this is where I'll enter in now. You know, I'll come in with $100. I'll buy a nice, and realistically, I'll buy maybe 1,000 shares. To be honest with you, I want to do 500. I want my, you know, I'm not afraid of the risk necessarily. All right. So maybe $200. And then if it hit 50 cents, that's a $300 profit. All right. I want to do one more thing. 2,500 shares. If you got in at 20 and it actually hit $1 and regain compliance, let's see how much you're paying to get in. $500 entry. And then if it hit $1, a nice $2,000 profit. So these numbers did not excite me yesterday. And this is why I didn't get in yesterday. And plus it was after hours. So I couldn't have gotten in anyway. But I wasn't excited enough to, you know, set a reminder on my phone and jump in the very next day. It wasn't that exciting. But anyway, for me, I'm going to go and change this a little bit to about a C+. Unfortunately for me, one day of really cool numbers doesn't really make me feel like this is a surefire win. I think right now it's more unpredictable than ever because either this stock shoots to the moon because it's esports gaming. Like, when is esports ever not going to be fun? So you got that aspect. But then again, it has a pending, you know, delisting that could potentially happen in a few months. And that's either going to make investors jump in, or some investors are going to say, wait, why would I jump in before March 31st? They can be delisted. I'll wait until, you know, maybe April 25th to assess where things are. Either they're going to still be trading below $1, at which they can be delisted at any point, or they'll be trading much better. And if this thing hits $1, I'll jump in at $1. I'd rather jump in at $1 than jump in at 22 cents on a random spike. I'd rather jump in at $1 because at that point, if it reaches $1, it tells me that this company can sustain that level of price. And we saw just last year, it was trading at $3.69 at a high. So maybe the real play is to let it get past the 31st. But I'm not going to tell you what to do because I'm not your financial investor. I'm just somebody who's investing and looking at the same things you're looking at. But that is my final assessment. I hope you really enjoyed this. I did not enjoy this at all because I saw what I missed out on. And I really apologize for not getting this video out to you yesterday. But that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this process, you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Like it and encourage me. If you don't encourage me, I'm not going to know that you even care about this series. But with that being said, thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.